Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome to the stream. So my name is Cofresi, or actually my name is Antonio, but my stream online avatar's name is Cofresi. So I'm here joined with my son, Gabriel, Dr. Snail. That's his username. So we're just right next to each other. He's got his PC, and of course, I got my PC, and we got the FA Cup going on game right now, so we're watching that, and I'm doing a little short stream. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So we got Mahasamuk. I hope I got that name right. So welcome to the stream. You're saying hello from Thailand. Awesome, man. So that's great. That's great. So yeah, so we're doing a little stream today. We're not gonna be here very long, but I did wanted to just do the stream about modding, a little bit, showcasing the mods that I actually have. I'm not sure if actually is Mahasamo, is my mic working, just to make sure everything's fine? Because yesterday, pretty much what happened was I had to literally cut my stream and delete it because my microphone wasn't working. So just want to make sure that's let me just put in chat here. Do me a favor. Can you do me check to see if my mic is working real quick? Actually, I'll do it right here. Let me just go and listen to myself on the YouTube here. I know this is ridiculous, but I have to do it because I could not imagine another. Yeah, I'm good. You can actually hear me. Okay, awesome. All right. So today, so last night's stream, literally, we streamed for like 3.5 hours, and we had tons of fun. In the very beginning of the episode, I went through the FIFER's Realism mod and all the mods that I usually run, and then also then towards the end of it, then we did about maybe 3 or like maybe 4 or 5 games on the Hartford Athletics career mode using the Create a Club. So a couple of things I want to share with you in this video. One is I want to talk about the FIFER's Realism mod. Of course, I am not affiliated with the Realism mod, but I am a FIFA gamer. I love it, and not only that, but I love to run it modded, and also I like to create my own mods to add on to the other mods that I also download. So we're gonna go through that, and then I'll give you a couple of some tips, I guess, for lack of a better word, or things that I've learned that took me quite a little bit of time to learn about the modding when it came to kits, because there's like many different ways that you can actually create a kit and add it to your team, especially in Create a Club. And some of the things that I found useful through trial and error. And so yeah, because there's like online, if you go to YouTube, like there's the community's really small, and it's like really niche, and a lot of the things that you learn, you will have to learn on your own. It's like everything, like trial and error. So I'm hoping that maybe with this video it adds on to the to all the other videos or scare videos that are out there. And if you guys find yourself suddenly listening to the stream while I'm live, or even later on in the comments, just ask your questions, and hopefully if there's something out there that I can help you with, then definitely I'll be more than glad to. But yeah, so all right, so without further ado, I'm first gonna show you my mod collection. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna share my screen just real quick. Obviously, as you can see here, this is the very first thing that you can see, that I am running the FIFER's Realism mod. And how can you tell that? Because actually the FIFER's actually has a, you can say he has a thank you message in his main menu area. So it's from him and the other main author of it, and he's saying thanks everybody who put in the work. Thank you so much for using it. It's an honor to work for something that many people enjoy and that they have so much fun playing. Now, I am not part of the FIFER's Realism team. However, over time that I've been with the community, like myself and many others, we've helped FIFER do perform a couple tasks when it comes to like editing through the FIFA editor. So and it's all free work. Sometimes if I'm sure that if he has a task that deals with something like really super technical, he would pay somebody, because after all, the mod is paid for. People paid for the Patreon, so he does do it. Like currently right now, I know that he had been asking for a video editor to do kind of like a big project that knows about modding and knows about video editing, and he actually wants to pay the person to do the work. But I'm also certain that the work is going to be very tedious and very detail oriented. So although I know how to do some of that, I'm definitely kind of a little bit hesitant, to ask or to let him know that I can possibly do it. But worst case scenario, and nobody comes through, then I say, hey, let me take a crack at it for free, whatever, but or ask him if he would like me to help him with that. But in the meantime, I think I will refrain from doing that, because I know that I don't have the time on hand to do that. All right, so so I'm gonna show you the mod manager that I have, because of course I do run the FIFA mod, and the reason why I run the FIFER's mod is because it's a compilation of all the different mods that you would possibly install in your game, right? So instead of you going to like 10-20 different websites to get your mods, you just go to the FIFER's Realism mod, and you will find pretty much every single mod, the best mods out there, all in one, so you don't have to go around. He does have like partnerships with other content, or FIFA mod content creators. So the best people who make the faces, kits, also like editing the actual game itself, and he's been doing it for a very long time, so he's got pretty much like all the best stuff in there. All right, so on the left hand side here, you're gonna see, aside from this, actually let me open up the menu. Let me show you my screen capture. All right, so here's my screen capture right here. All right, so, and also let me check to see one more time that I'm not wasting my time here, and you guys can actually hear what I'm saying. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I definitely don't want it to be in vain. All right, so we got, all right, let's see, 1 2 1 2. All right, I'm good. Oops. Okay, so yeah, so you could definitely hear me, and let me just real quickly sign in with, I can't sign in with the freaking chat here. All right, sorry about these guys real quick. I'm just, oh my goodness, I swear. All right, bear with me guys. Let me see something. Okay. real quick. I'm just... I don't know why this decided to... YouTube chat. There we go. Sometimes... Alright, so I did, yeah. Finally, I think I got the chat working. Alright. So right now, what I have is, you know, on the left side here, I do have the FIFER's Realism mod. And as you can see, we have everything that you see in here is pretty much what you load when you download the you know, when you if you are part of the obviously FIFER's Realism mod is going to be free to the public, but right now it's in beta 6. So the beta 6, if you want to be a part of it or you want to download it, it's available to the community on the Patreon community for like $5. If you're a patron, you have access to it. And then when is it going to be available to the public? I'm not really certain. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, but I think usually like around this time of the year. Last year for the older version, for the previous version, yeah, it was out already. So it should be coming out soon. But yeah, so I do have it. And as you can see, when you actually get the zip file, you know, when you get the, I'll show you here real quick. So FIFER mods. So you get it initially like this through a zip file. Then you, when you decompress the file, then you can load it into your FIFA mod manager. And then once you load it into the FIFA mod manager, then you know, you put it all in there with all the folders and everything. Don't worry about trying to pick only the ones that you're gonna use for the game, because the only thing it does, it actually only populates the mod manager. Then afterwards, once you have it in the mod manager, then you could just transport it or transfer it to the other side. Now there's a couple other files that I do have in there that have mods that I've created myself for 2 clubs in the Create a Club. It's going to be for the Cofresi FC, which are 3 files here, and then the Hartford Athletic FC, Hartford Athletic, not FC, Hartford Athletics, and the Create a Club. So those are the only mods that belong to me that I put in the mod manager. So with that being said, once everything's inside the mod manager, then when you do turn on your mod manager, then it becomes populated. Then from here, all you got to do is take it from here and put it on, apply the mod through this button here once you select it, and put it on the right hand side. Right now, everything that I have selected here, obviously I have selected the stuff that I want to use, but I'm gonna minimize this here real quick. So you got the FIFER's FIFA 22 Realism mod. All the main mods that you see here, I've transported those in there into the right hand side, with the exception of the dynamic youth system, because I don't like to use it, but you know, it's up to you whether you guys want to use it or not. So that's everything that you see from the 34th priority all the way down to the 20th priority. So those would be like number 1 through, you know, 14, right, in the very beginning. Then anything beyond that you guys want, you're going to be placing on the bottom of the main mods. So that's why you see all this stuff in here. So everything from this point all the way till this here, till this area here, are mods that I got like the add-ons that I got from it. So you can see that here I got higher. So let's talk about some of the things that the FIFER's Realism mods got. So you've got everything from the main mods. So you got like extra boots in there, the next gen camera, you got a Create a Club revamp. It includes kits for the club, extra kits, extra crests, the dynamic youth system, it auto generates different youth players. Also in the Creator Club revamp, the youth academy players that get scouted, they are going to be 13 years and older, so that you no longer, you have it's a wider priority, because what happens is that, when you sign up a player from the youth academy, the player is either much older and he's not going to be in the youth academy longer. They want you to integrate him into the first squad, and it's just a bit unrealistic, right? So this makes it where the player is a lot younger. He takes a lot longer to progress and put into the first team. So if you're playing like one of those long career modes, like 3 or more than 2 seasons or so, you're gonna find that this Creative Club revamp mod is gonna be definitely for you. And then so then also includes the mod face updates. So it includes like over 1,000 different faces, or close to 1,000 faces that have been done by a professional. It includes, so also it includes gameplay mods. So gameplay mods, it changes the gameplay, so you're able to, the game feels different, like definitely does not play like FIFA normal. And it's not just one of those changes that has been tweaked through the you know how you could tweak the sliders. Is not is more in depth, so it's like the ins of actually the gameplay, it changes so you're gonna be able to see some of that. Hopefully I'll be able to play some of that today, but again, I'm very limited with the time. Okay, so then the graphic mods, what it does, it changes the in the very beginning in the hub, when you're actually in the club area, instead of you seeing like the graphics are actually high definition, so it's like highly detailed, the players will look really like more clearer. They're not gonna look grainy, and you're gonna see how that looks. The manager face add-on, it actually updates a lot of the managers in the game, like Ragnick, Mourinho, Conte, Ten Hag, like all, pretty much a lot of the managers in the game. The manager's outfit, so if you're playing your own avatar and create a club, you can choose the manager's outfit for that particular team, and you're gonna see that also on the bottom. So Realism mod menu, it adds a lot of different menus into the actual the mod. So you can see, like here, I'm actually in here, you can see how it has this menu here, so I can load the squad directly from the main menu. I don't have to go into like customize and doing that. In the game itself, once you're actually playing the game in the career mode, it adds a bunch of different easy access menus that are very intuitive and like easy for people, then it got new faces in the game. The referees are actually the real referees that are in the game, so you no longer have generic referees in the game. You're gonna be able, normally we watch the Premier League, and here I watch the Premier League. My son watches pretty much every damn thing. So what do we got? Chelsea at 0, Liverpool at 0, extra time. Oh my god. So the referees in there, you're gonna be able to at least see the referees that you don't like or that you like. Most of the time you don't like, because you know how that is. Mod tattoos, so the tattoos also have been updated in players. You got turf have been updated, and then of course the realism mod, which encompasses like the whole entire thing. And then from here, then we start breaking down into the optional mods that are included in the FIFER's Realism mod. So we got the Create a Club menu add-on. It allows you to actually edit the stadium and edit the kits of the teams throughout the year, and also allow you to edit the players throughout the year. So you are not bound by the limits of what FIFA allows you to do, which is either in the beginning of the year or the end of the or the beginning of the season or end of the season when you're creating your team, or when you're going to a new season. It's like it's the only time that you can change kits, and also change the stadium. No, here you're going to be able to do it all year round, whenever you want. um and then of course you got your theme if you're playing FIFA in a different type of year, or I'm sorry, in a different league. You're going to be able to have a theme of of the game to be of that league. So here you got Brazilian, EFL, Eredivisie, in Serie A, Liga Portugal. And you don't have to use this. I prefer not to do it. I like the way that FIFA looks aesthetically. To me, it's aesthetically pleasing, so I don't really add this. I played with the EFL Championship menu a couple of times, but I was like, you know what? I just like the original one. So, and then here it changes the greens, the turf, to makes it a little bit more greeny, and for people who like different shades, whatever. So the higher graphics detail mod. I'm sorry. Before I mentioned that the graphic mod, this one changed the appearance of the players, but it does not. This is not the one. The one that I was actually talking about is this one, the higher graphics detail add-on. So I'm sorry, I gotta correct myself. This is the one. This one actually changes the way that the graphics are displayed in the game. So like there's banners added onto the game, every single detail of the game itself, like when it comes to make the game more realistic looking by giving it all these other extra things that are not in the game. Banners, logos for all the teams. The amount of work that went into this mod right here is daunting, because almost every single team that you play looks and it just has everything, and kits and everything else like that is rolled into this one right here. So that's the one. I'm sorry, that's actually a big deal, because that's definitely different than this one right here. All right, but I do run this one too. You also have the option to run a no crowd mod add-on. So if you don't want crowds in your stadiums, use Realism mod for online matches add-on. So if you're doing multiplayer online, not FIFA Ultimate Team, but like Pro Club and stuff, disable dynamic boot assignment add-on. So the way that right now is working with the dynamic boot assignment add-on is that each team and each player has their actually assigned boot. So there are websites out there that teams or play that track the boots that the players are actually wearing. So this actually puts the boot in the right player. And if you don't like that because you want to select your own boot for whatever player you want, like you want Ronaldo to wear the boots you want, you could certainly disable this. But if you want Ronaldo to wear the boots that he actually wears, then keep this add-on. Don't disable this, because don't activate this one, because the Realism mod is gonna give the boot to the right player. That's another thing. So this one gives next gen GoalNet add-on. Here in this one, the real manager selection will add the manager to the create a club. So when you initially create the club and you want to add, when you're creating your own avatar, the avatars that are going to show up for you to select are going to be the managers that you actually select. So if I wanted to play Manchester United with Ten Hag in the new season, I can pick this one right here, this mod, because you only do one at a time. And like you can see here, I actually have it in here, but I actually have it disabled. I would select this mod, and then during my selection of let's see, see you again next stream. See you, brothers. Thank you very much. Yeah, no problem, man. Mahasu, but thank you for joining the stream. What I'll do, you'll be able to watch the replay too, so whenever you want, and I'll put chapters in it. So you guys take it easy. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing and liking and all that. So good night, man. So we have the manager that you're gonna put in there. You select it, and then you'll be able to play it. Next one. So the same thing with the mod 2. So you can see here it's got Arteta, Flink, Nagelsmann, Ragnick, Inzaghi, Zinedine, Pochettino, Xavi, We got Guajardo, and in the very beginning here we had Ancelotti, Mourinho, Guardiola, Klopp, Conte, Ten Hag, Tuchel, Simone, and then Bielsa. All right, so then and so forth, and you got all the other ones too. Unfortunately, there is no description here that you can actually see it. They just have the names of the mods there, and then we have the Liga Portugal referee kits, so that's another one here. TV logos, so TV logos will add a broadcast logo to the right side, upper right hand side of the monitor, kind of like where my monitor is. Just disable this here. All right, then make sure that's running. Okay, so you got so many different ones in here, all different ones that reflect the whatever part of the world that you're in. So it's not just to the UK, but also the US. So you got Movie Star, La Liga TV, Prime Video TV, Sports TV, Telemundo, Blank TV. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Just so many. Sky Sports. And then of course, if you do want to change the ad boards and you're playing a different league, like in the German Bundesliga. Oh, you're not on PC, Kirk. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Love your Realism my streams. I never used FIFER mod before because I'm on. But I enjoy watching this. Oh yeah, I got you. So you're not on PC, but you do like to watch the. Yeah, it's cool. It's great. Thank you so much, Kirk, for watching. And you know, I'm hopefully that this can give you at least some general idea to the way that, you know, PC users kind of like they edit the game and they make it a little bit, you know, different than, you know, and sometimes they even encourages you to even do it, you know, like, oh man, maybe, you know, in a couple years maybe I want to get a PC so I can enjoy, you know, the game and do so. So but thank you so much for Kirk for watching the channel and watching the streams. So I really appreciate it. So here we have the ad boards. The ad boards allowed you to, so if you're playing like a different league, right, in England, then you would use the England ad board. You can actually see the one of the added ones that I actually have. It's the England ad board, and that's one that I have on because when I do play my career mode, I do have the I am playing the EFL, so I do have the England ad boards. This one that I like, an optional one that I have. And then so rest of the world, Spain, Italy, and then here backgrounds. When I was contributing and helping FIFER with some of the, you know, the contribution of the mod, this is the stuff that I worked on, which is the backgrounds for the game. So when you were playing your game, you could have like your team's background in the game. So let's see, obviously it will take me a bit of time to install everything, but once it's done, the experience will be, oh yeah, definitely yeah, it definitely enhances the experience. Let me see if I can actually, Kirk, I'm gonna pin this here real quick so you guys can see the message. So Kirk Gore says obviously it will take a bit of time for him to install everything, but once it's done, the experience will be 10 times better. Definitely 100%. It will definitely improve the experience that you have, you know. So we have the, okay, so the background. So yeah, there's so many teams in there and this is so tedious. So that's the reason sometimes FIFER asks for help from the community, because I'm just going down the list here. There's just so many different backgrounds for every single team in here, all the way down. So we go all the way down like this, pretty much every team that you could think of, any major team. And now we start getting into this one. It says create a club. So this actually changes the kits that are in the create a club. So right now, as it stands, like FIFA, you can only edit the kits that are available in the game, and when you select that kit, you are not able to select the kit, the Goalkeepers kit. But the way that the create a club does it, default by FIFA, is it only has the number of colors that are available for you to select. in the number of kits. So you're gonna see that here in a bit, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Is that there's only like a certain there's only like a limit. Like I want to say like 8 different color variations that the games actually does it by default. So what they've done here is that they replaced those defaults to be whatever kit specifically. So be like this one changes it to the Adidas black. So if I click on some of these and I go to descriptions, you can actually see what the kit will look like in game. So you have a little bit, at least a general idea. And the pictures are not great, but you know, at least you can see what that looks like. Because they're here right now, but if you go scroll all the way down to the bottom side, you're gonna see that you're gonna find the actual list here, which is like you're gonna have a few dozen. So you see here Nike gray, the current year. Normally the ones I like to use are gonna be like your yellows, Adidas yellow, and the greens. So you got the Adidas green too. No, actually not Adidas green. The Adidas yellow, the one for last year, and the one, oh yeah, the Nike, yeah, the Nike green that they're using. Yeah, this one right here is nice too. Nice contrast. So if you got a dark theme kit team, you want the opposite for your goalie. All right, so those are all the backgrounds that we were just talking about. Then we went into the face. Okay, so yeah, so then we went into those kits. Now here, this one does, the ones you see here, this actually adds optional faces. So these faces are added because they're not like famous players, or you know, but FIFER in his Patreon, he has an area where if you are a contributor to the Patreon for a certain amount of you know, money, you're able to request a particular face that you want modded. So some of these faces are optional faces that you do want, so they are definitely better than the default FIFA. So what I have actually added them in here, so you can see that from here all the way to here, these are these mods that I've actually added in there. So you got English all the way down to Spanish leagues. So those are all the other mods that I got in there. Additional to that, you have optional faces variants. So if you have a favorite player or a particular player that you want that particular look, you can certainly do that. So let's take for instance here Leo Messi. He's got 3 faces, or 3 different variations of his face that you can pick. You can pick the one that he has a thick beard, or you could pick the one that he has a thin beard and long hair, kind of like in the older days. And the only thing you do is basically just apply it, and then it'll replace the one that's actually in game. And here we have Mason Mount's got some, Neymar's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different variations. Paul Pogba's got 3 or 4. I mean, it's just incredible that you actually have those choices, because normally in the game you only get that one default choice. And in FIFA, you know, unless he's a really good player in a, you know, one of those, you know, Premier League teams or those first league teams, some of those players are complete garbage. You know, I would say I know I'm gonna drop this name right now, and I know he's not playing everything, but Greenwood, Jesus Christ, like Greenwood, they didn't give a shit about Greenwood forever, you know, only until recently. I mean, now he's no longer in the game, but you know, this guy had been going on FIFA for years without an actual face, and FIFER's Realism mod, he had fixed it like long before, you know, like many years. So okay, so news logo, next going on to the news logo. News logo actually changes the logo of the news. So when you get like those news, the headlines that say, hey, you did good, or you beat whatever team for how many ever things, and you got those news article things, it actually changes the logo of that one thing. So in this case, you can see here that I do have one on right now. I have it on Sky Sports news logo, and I picked it from this list. And you're certainly welcome to pick whatever you want when you're playing your own career mode. I mean, it's got different ones from all throughout the world and around the world, so you'll definitely be able to find one in there that you like. Scoreboard, same thing. It changes the scoreboard to either a league or a network or whatever competition it is that you have it for. For instance, World Cup 2022. If you're playing the World Cup mod, or you're playing an international game and you want to simulate that it's a World Cup game, you can certainly do so. Also has like here Euro 2020 if you want to relive the past, Copa America 2021. So Portugal, Italy, France. So yeah, it's like you can pretty much do it all. Next, you have user manager outfits. So when you're playing your career mode, you're able to change the outfits of your own avatar to match your favorite team. So some of the clothing options that are available to you, which right now when you are actually creating your own club and you're creating your avatar, right now it unlocks everything that all the Volta clothing items that you have. Now you're also able to add on the club's outfits and everything else in there, and they're pretty nice because they includes like training kits, training outfits, warm-ups, and all that while you're actually managing the team, and it just makes it look that much more authentic. And every time I play my Manchester United career mode, I definitely use this. You can see it here. Actually, I have it here, Manchester United managers outfits. So when I create my own avatar, I do like to, right now I have it disabled, but I do like to run it. All right, so then those are all the outfits for a bunch of different teams, all everybody's favorite teams in there, I'm certain. And then of course then we went over the goalie kits. All right, so that is the FIFER's Realism mod in the order that I actually have them installed. And the only additional mods that I have in here are mods that I created myself, which are going to be for two teams. One is Cofresi FC, and then the Hartford Athletics, which is a local USL team that I support and that we go to as many games as we possibly can. They're actually playing today against the Red Bulls too, and unfortunately I'm not able to go to that game. But however, the next game that they got going on, I will be going to that game. So at this point, maybe next season I'll just get season tickets if I can afford it, obviously. But which I would definitely love to. But you know, I want to get some for my whole entire family, so that it's kind of costly. So we'll do what we can, and we'll try to go as many as we can. So here we have, okay, so I'm going to show you these two mods right here, or these mods, these two variations of it. And I've created my own mods to run alongside the FIFER's Realism mod. And as you can see, I have them in priority number 1 through 6 because I want those mods to override anything that the FIFER's Realism mod is going to run. So for instance, if I put them in last place, then anything that's first priority will override whatever priority other mods, if they have the same kind of like modifications into them. So whatever lower priority is, the lower the priority on the mod placement is, that's the mod that is going to overtake or overwrite whatever it is you're using. So you're not overwriting it, you're just like using that information. So in this case, I'm putting them in here so you can see the Hartford Athletics. So we're going to go over some kits, some badges, and some banners and flags. So this is I made it into categories, so they're all placed in here. And of course, they're all transferred over here, applied, but they're not all running. Right now, I'm running the Hartford Athletics. And of course, I am running the Hartford Athletics in Create a Club. So what I did was like, is it possible for you to create a team in Create a Club with your own custom kit, with your own crest, with your own banners and flags, and your own custom players? Yes, you can do it. it is a little bit of time consuming, but it can be done. And I did it, and it took me many hours because of the fact that I didn't have a lot of tutorials or a lot of guides out there. So hopefully I can answer some questions uh, through this little video here. So we have the first thing, kits. So when it comes to create a club only allows you to select the kits that are available to you there in the selection menus. And when you create your own club, your kit, the way that I create my kits is done through the FIFA kit creator. And if there's two ways. One, you can create load some of the kits that I've created. One, you can create the kit to be just like a regular kit, one of the team's kit, and you can certainly do it that way. That is the way that I prefer to do it after trial and error and learning how to do it and what not to do and what, all that stuff. This is my preferred method of doing it. Or you can also do it in RGB, which is the way that the Create a Club does it. It uses a red, green, blue theme, and that is the way that you're able to alter the colors of the, thank you, Kurt. So that is the way that you're able to alter the colors of the Create a Club team. So when you import the kit into Create a Club to the back area, when you go into, so I'm going to show you the both different variations. So because when you are picking the color, the themes, you only have like 3 different colors, right? You have your primary color, your secondary color, and then your arbitrary color. Like, I forgot what that word is, but it's pretty much like 3 colors, and then the numbered color, right? So, and that is pretty much when you're creating the color team, you have to do it that way. So let's I'm going to give you an example of this kit right here. So this kit right here, this is the home kit for Hartford Athletics. So when you are creating, actually, let me just, what I'm going to show you the kit in its purest form when I created the kit. So which is this one right here. This is the true color of the kit of the, yeah, that's it. Tertiary. You're absolutely correct, Kirk. Okay, so the tertiary color. So those 3 colors become the RGB. So red, green, blue, blue, meaning that the red is the primary, then the secondary is your G, which is your green, and then your B, it becomes your tertiary. So now, and then of course the kind of like, I would say the one that really doesn't count, it then is the numbers. But you either white or black or whatever you have in there. Now the problem arises when you have a kit, an authentic kit, or you're creating a kit that you want to have a 4th color. Then you're going to have to sacrifice if you're doing it in RGB, because you're not going to be able to add that 4th color or 5th color or anything else in there. So in this case, the Hartford Athletic kit has had 4 colors on it. So you got your blue, your green, and your white, but then you also got this shade of blue right here on the very top. So that's 4 colors. And I'm like, well, to have that kit, and actually I want to show you, okay, so I'm gonna get out of this menu here. I'm gonna show you my file. When I show you my kits and Hartford Athletics ideas, so you got to create all these files, when you're looking at the kits and all that. So when I created the kit and I had the idea, okay, well, I need to look at to see what the kit will look like. This is the actual kit and what it looks like. You can see how it has here. So it has 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it has 4 colors in there. And then you can see it right here. All right, so that's the authentic kit, and this is what my final product looked like. All right, and of course this is the closest I can get this little pattern to be. I don't know if you can actually see it online. It's a little bit, it's about the same shade, because I try to match the colors by looking at the, by On Photoshop, you can actually click the or pick the drop of the actual colors to get a sample of it. So that's pretty much what I did with all the different colors. So now, because I had 4 colors, I could not get this color right here to be lighter blue. So I had to sacrifice, and I had to make it where it had to be white. So it'd be like, okay, well, what color can I do here that's not gonna be off-putting? So then I turn that color into white, right? So that's a sacrifice that you do have to make when you're making your kits in this variation like this, because why is it? Oh yeah, that's actually not the kit. It's this one, the steel away kit. This is the home kit. So you can see here that then that will become the white. So now why is it in red and green and blue? Is because obviously blue is the dominant color, so then that is red. So you have to turn that into red. So when you are using your FIFA kit creator, you have the option to here on the bottom to actually change the theme of this kit here to be enter create a club mode. So when you enter create a club mode, it takes this kit and then it converts it to this, into this theme here. Yeah, the black and white united. Yeah, definitely. I'll show you. Yeah, these are all done. These are not done by me. These are actually done by the community, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is really, really dope. Like, some of this kit creators and some of this kit people who make the kits, they're just insane, you know. So definitely my hats off to them. They did an amazing job with creating kits in there, and I'll show you what I have, because I do have the access to the, I do pay for the subscription, so it's like for 3 months, you know. So here we have the red, green, and blue. So again, the red is the primary color, and that's gonna be the one that has the most. So that's gonna be in red. So think anything red is blue, and that's what we have here. Then anything RGB, so anything green is actually green. So here we have the green, and then anything blue then is white. So then we have white, 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 and blue is white also. And that's pretty much how you have to make, that's the only options that you have in order to make your team. So you're very limited when if you import the kit that way into the team. So the best option and the best way to actually add a kit to create a club is to replace it, make the kit, change the kit ID to the team that you created, right? Or the team that you replaced. So in my case, when I created the club, I created the club in EFL, and I replaced Crew Alexandra, or EFL 1. I replaced Crew Alexandra. So I said, well, what I'm gonna do, Crew Alexandra then turns into Rest of the World. It's still in the game, but it's no longer part of the game or no longer in any league. So what I did, I replaced the kit of Crew Alexandra, and then I changed the ID to my creator club, that the ID of the kit that it uses. So it no longer uses the ID of the creator club, but uses the ID of the kit of the Crew Alexandra. So therefore, by changing the Crew Alexandra's kit, I'm able to say, hey, create a club, the kit for create a club, your create a club is no longer this one, it's gonna be this one. And that's why then you're able to then use these files instead of using these files. Okay, and that is a big difference. When you do it this way, like this, you don't sacrifice the look of your kit that you want to make. Because if you do use this way, you're going to be able to have so much more options in the kit. It's going to look so much better. it's gonna look like the real one that you know you don't have to compromise. You can make exactly the way you want it. Another thing that I did was I actually added the badge to the kit because of the fact that when your fan base or your the crowd in your stadium, if you do not add the badge to the kit, when they're in the stadium, they will not have the badge in the kit. So the fans will see pretty much. The fans are going to be able to see only this. They're going to see that, and that's kind of like, you know, a bit ugly, you know. And of course, I'm not going to save it so that it could stay there like that. So again, all right. So this is the best that I can do with the Goalkeepers kit. Okay, it's long sleeve like this. Okay, so you could do many different things. Now, let me show you just briefly. So here we have our Hartford Athletics kit, home, away, and Goalkeepers, and then my team, the Cofresi FC, that I have on the other file. I have home, away, and also I was able to learn how to make a third kit in the Create a Club, and that's what you see here. However, it's like in FIFA normally for the real teams, for fans don't have the shirts with the badges. Yeah, oh yeah, and like FIFA normally for real teams. Yes, exactly. So the reason why they don't have the badges on is because of the fact that the kits that are being shown in the teams, they're just like this. They're pretty much exactly like that, but they don't have the badge. So in the kit that goes into the crowd is pulled from the kit file. So the badge, unless some of the teams have the kits or the badges embedded into the kit, and those are the ones that show up. The ones that don't show up don't have the badge integrated into the badge themselves. So that's the reason why that's the way it is. And let me tell you, I created the kits without the badge just like this because I actually had the badge. I changed the freaking I put the kit in here, and then I had my own crest done already, edited, and then for the life of me I couldn't get it to work, and I could not find the answer and solution online anywhere. And then finally I'm like, why is it that people, some of the modders, the kits are looking good? And then I'm like, okay. Then I noticed that they were making the freaking badge in the kit, and I'm like, oh shit, that's exactly it. Is you have to use the badge on the kit. You have to put it in there. If you don't put it in there, they'll never show up. So here, another reason why I like to use the actual colors of the kit themselves, instead of the RGB when you're doing a Create a Club, is that you can see like this kit right here. You see the variations, even though it's kind of like a lighter shade of gray. When you're doing like your own thing here like this, you can see like the different colors and the shininess and everything else like this. And of course you know you can't get that with the RGB. So I was able to use the the logos, and then of course put a little logo in the back there like this. And I'm really happy with this kit here like this. So now let me show you what the community. So what it allows me to do with the fact that I do pay for the subscription, and of course you could see here that this original kit without the logos and anything else in there was created by Bromley Kits. So this user here, actually it went out, but he actually does make he made the template for the Nike Vapor 2021, which is the kit without the design, just the kit itself, which is this thing I hear. If I'm not mistaken, I think actually Tottenham uses this kind of kit. Huh? Your kit, your Tottenham kit. Look at the design of this kit right here.
Yeah, it's kind of similar.
Right, something like that. Like you got the white, and then you got the like.
Yeah, it's blue.
Is it blue? Or is it orange? Or kind of like.
I think it's blue.
Blue, yeah, blue and white.
Something like that.
Because this is the blue and the white kit, right? The home kit. Yeah. All right. So then, so now this allows me to change some of the templates. So anything that you see in here with the little plus exclusive is if you have a plus account or a members account, you can then actually use this ones. All of the ones without anything like this, then those are the ones that you can actually use for free. I do have a plus one, so I am able to use all the different variations. And specifically for the Hartford Athletics, the one that I'm using right now is, which is the one that I'm using? I'm using, there's one variation in here. I think I'm using the Hummels, because these are actually the, you know, the kits that they are. I think it's the home leads, the one I'm using, the template, which is, if I'm not mistaken, let's see, it actually tells you right here on the very Hummels Middlesbrough 2122. That's actually the template that I'm using. So yeah, I just want to show you that that is actually, you know, kind of like you pick the year. And yeah, yeah, for using any badges even in black and white, I would need yeah, for the actually do you need to? Because I actually thought you didn't. For using this one right here, I thought that you could. Oh yeah, for the clubs, you're right. Yep, for the clubs, you need a plus one. But I want to say that the brands are available to you. The brands are actually free, but I think you're limited to 2. So I guess this is a look into you being able to at least see what the options are if you're thinking about the plus. So this is what it has. So of course I uploaded some myself, you know, which you do have the option, as you can see some of the ones that I've used here for the teams. And then the brands, which you do have access to. Let me show you what the brand icons and all these other ones look like, since you might not have access to it. So you got, these are the ones, these are the marks on the shirts. Okay, so clubs. Okay, so I'll show you what this one. So clubs are right here. Man, there's so many. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, because you got next pages. The good thing about the ones they have for the clubs is that they have different variations of the clubs. So like example, if you're trying to create a kit that's like black and white, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, look at this one right here. So you got the different variations of the Ajax. You see this one, and this one. That's actually pretty freaking neat. If you're making like a white kit with this variations on it, that's pretty sick. You know, that's pretty neat. So, and then of course, you know, you got the Phillies. There's a particular team that you wanted to see, Kirk, that you want me to go in and search for, that you usually brand. Yeah, so I can do that if you like. Yeah, that's actually pretty neat too. So yeah, so you got nations, and we got retro kits from the different years in the past. Yeah, that is yeah, so if I did that, yeah, you see, so you got like the different variations of it. That's actually pretty neat. Yeah, so that's the great thing too, also, that it actually has the, let me see some Manchester United. Oops. So even this one, look at the Manchester United. When it came to the clubs, you have, oh Man City. Let me just get rid of those. All right, there we go. So we got the older ones too, like the old Manchester United ones. That's actually pretty neat to make a kit. You know, if you wanted to make a kit with that old badge, yeah, man, there's so many. It's just crazy. Look at the old ones too. the old vintage ones, 1902, 1970, 1960, 1970 to 1973. That's insane that you can actually find all those in there like that. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yep. So let me see something. It does it have the new one for the new kit? Let me see. Club. Yeah, it does. It has actually. Whoops, I replaced it. But yeah, I'm not gonna save it anyways. But it does have the new shield, which is great because what happens is that if you're playing your career mode and you want to create the new club for the new year, you can. You certainly can do it with the the new. And the thing about it is that this is the best part is that this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually exit here because I don't want to save over that. Like to make changes. No, I don't want to make changes to my kit. All right, I'm gonna go into the some of the created clubs here. I go into Manchester Athletics, yeah, showcase, and then I like to go into, okay, so this area, if I was gonna upload my kit into the showcase, this is where I actually search for ideas to make your own kits. So I would go into the competitions and also show me the top kits. So I usually like to go into competitions. And let's see. So right now there is a competition, Footy Headlines home kit, ends on May 16th. So the competition is strong. So vote now. So let's see right now. So this obviously this is a, okay, so let me see the results right here. Okay, so right now this is actually a live competition of kits, people throwing kits, the same kind of kits and ideas. So you can see that we got 60 votes for this kit right here, 71. Oh, I see. So they're like matchups and then whatever winners, and they just keep progressing and moving on. So I mean, some of these kits that people make are insane. Look at this kit. That's so tight. And then here's another one. This is another great kit looking. And now this is why this is so good. If I pick top kits, right, of the community right now for the past day, you can see some of the kits that people created, and you're like, oh my god, this kit right here, this let's just say Arsenal new season home kit. Look at this. Someone already has the new Arsenal season kit. You're like, that is freaking amazing. I love that kit. Let me see it. Boom. You're like, okay, what other kids has that user done? It shows you the kits that actually users done. You're like, you know what? I want a kit like that. So what do? You open in Kit Creator, and you can only do that through a Plus membership. You go here, boom. It opens it up in the Kit Creator menu. Boom, right there. There it is. And it's yours. You can have it. You can use it in your team. You spend no energy. Obviously, you're not going to take it as your own like you did it yourself, If you're going to use it, give credit where credit's due. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I used it from, this kit. Marcio's Hugo, your fucking kit is the shit, and I'm gonna use it. I'll be honored to use that kit in my game, But obviously, I'm not gonna take credit, like use it. Now you say, well, I want to use it for my own team, so you're like, well, too easy. You go here, boom, and you take out whatever it is, whatever asset you don't want in your team. You don't want the logo, the Arsenal logo, you take it off. Or the sponsor logo. You want to take another logo, you don't like that logo here, boom, you take that off. And you take the Premier League logo off. You can go to the shirt. You could take the Arsenal cannon off. If you want to change colors to something, let's see, that cannon, you want it in black. Did I do it? Arsenal. Maybe that's the background color. The mask, actually. Let me see. You can actually start taking assets out. You can see where those assets are. So here, You could take the heat ready thing. So yeah, that's pretty much how you would edit the logos, and you can use the design, you know, and the Crit Creator does so many fun things that you can spend hours and hours here just creating your own kits. And the thing about it is that this doesn't just apply to if you play PES and you play Football Manager. You can certainly use the same program to edit the kits too. So once you created the logos and you've messed around with the kit creator, you go and you download. When you download the kit, I'm gonna go ahead and exit here. So you've already get an idea as to how then I came by spending many hours creating this kits here, and from other folks' ideas too. So now I have these other ones in here from other folks that I've done and used. And right now the ones that I'm eyeing that belong to other people are obviously, it's amazing. Yeah, man, it's so amazing what people can create, for real. So right now there's other kits that I would use for my future kits, which would be this one's right here, and then of course this one's pretty interesting. And yeah, so, and then of course this one, and this one's right here for the goalkeepers for if you're gonna do some for the future. All right, so now that you've done your kits and everything else like that, you then import them into your zip. They become zip files into your club, and that's what you see here. Like these files, you see the home kit create a club, which is the 3 variations, the RGB, and then the V1 for me, it's the normal version, which is the colored version, not the RGB style. And then that's based off of that, then that's where you end up creating a mod project file, and you know, at the end, a mod. And the way that you create a FIFA project file, you use a FIFA editor tool, and this is this program right here that you use in, you know, in FIFA, right? Or not FIFA, on PC. Whoa, I just want to make sure I'm not closing all kinds of windows here. So this is what I'm using to create the mods from those kits that you just saw there. So one is, here it is, the FIFA editor tool. And then what you do, then you start replacing. These are actually files that reside in the game. So this matches what the stuff, the content that's in the game files, and then kind of like decrypts it, and then you're able to see the content of the game. And through that, then you create a modification of those files, and then that's a mod, pretty much replacing the original files before the game starts, so that when the game starts, so that you can then play that modified file. But by no means you're altering the actual files of the game. You're just modifying, like making like a little, like, hey, use this version of the thing that I created, instead of using the original game files. So if I don't transition, I use this. Yeah, if I don't transition to PC and use this FIFA 20, I'm definitely use FIFER. Yeah, seriously, man, it is just so insane. It's definitely insane to use it. I definitely recommend it. And so here I'm using the, and of course, you know, all this FIFA editor tools, and you know, like everything's pretty much tied to FIFER, because you know, pretty much like anywhere you see modding and everything, he's just so, you know, he's got everything going on with all the different mods. So now here we have the so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open a project file that I had in here already, and that is gonna be for the Hartford Athletic kit, right? So we have the kit right here, so the editor. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm only gonna show you the files that I edited for a kit. So in this case, when I edited the kit for Hartford Athletics, remember for those creator clubs, I'm replacing the kit of the team that I just kind of like took over or replaced. So in this case, that team still resides in the game, and that's Crew Alexandra. And then that's the one that I'm actually, so you see the away kit, the goalie kit, and the home kit. And then there are certain files within those directories, like that you can see here on the very bottom. Now, let's see, because I would love to use FIFER mods before the game changes to EA Sport. Yeah, right. Oh my god, I don't even know what that shit's gonna be like. I don't honestly. I don't think it's gonna be much different. I mean, it's not gonna be like what PES did. Oh, cause let me tell you, that was a freaking nightmare. I used to love PES, and I was a big fan of PES. And even before I started modding FIFA, I used to just mod the heck out of PES. And I even had like, I want to say all my mods were like bigger than the game itself. I had over like 100 gigabytes of data on mods on, when I was modding the game, and it was just insane. I loved every freaking minute of it. Before they changed into eFootball, which is this past year, they murdered it. But I did love, PES's gameplay. It was so much. I don't think EA with the FIFA, I don't think they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna keep the same formula, but the name is just different. But let me tell you, to pay $1 billion to FIFA for the name, it's a bit ridiculous. They're being super greedy, and I mean, I get it. FIFA makes $1.5 billion a year on FIFA Ultimate Team alone. So, but to ask like $1 billion for like 4 years maybe at most. Did they win
Yeah, Liverpool won.
on penalties?
Yeah.
No shit.
Mount missed one.
No.
And Aspilicueta.
Aspilueta too missed one.
Aspilicueta. Yeah, he missed one.
Oh my god. Wait till Kimberly fucking comes home. She's gonna be
probably
like,
already found out.
yeah. Well, they're fucking on their way to a quadruple if they win the league. Who knows, right? Mm. So here we have some of the files that I edited. Okay, so some of the files that when you decompress a kit file, which is in this case, let's see one thing which I hate currently with eFootball. I can only use 9 teams in the trial match, but we have access to all teams. But we have access to all teams in the training and practice. Yes, I completely understand you, and Kurt, that is one of the reasons why I created actually Hartford Athletics in FIFA, create a club team, because recently in the past there was an article, or not an article but like a Twitter blast about, from the club saying, hey, you can play Hartford Athletics in eFootball, and it was a little disheartening because eFootball, one, is like you cannot play an authentic team, right? Let me see. She just texted me right now. I'm sorry. Let me just say my wife might be coming home. What'd she say? Inside. The heck? We are leaving the party now. I should be home in 20 minutes. It's okay to... Yes. Oh, she's here. Okay, yes. Oh, okay. So she texted me that a long time ago. Jesus. Alright, so that's quite alright. I'll just keep the camera rolling. You're gonna see my family coming in and everything else like that. So that's totally fine. I might even be right back here for a second or so. So yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Okay. So give me a break. Thank you, guys. Be right back. So yeah, so I'm back. Again, I'm freaking. I have such a freaking problem with this damn mic. Like either it's muted or whatnot. Okay, but now we're up and working. Okay, so my family's here now. My wife is a Liverpool supporter. So as you know, Liverpool just won the FA Cup. They beat Chelsea. Chelsea has not won. They've been to the final what, three times?
3 times in a row.
3 times in a row, and they've never won. So everybody's crying and they're sad.
Might
And
as well call themselves first.
might as well call themselves first. You guys have made it to how many times?
FA Cup? I don't know.
No. Okay. so So we have, yeah. So but I'll fit. Okay, so what I wanted to show you was that once you zip one of these or unzip one of these files, or you extract it, you can see the contents of the actual file of the kit that you edited inside the FIFA kit creator. That's what it looks like, and you're gonna take. I'm a United fan. Yeah, hoping that Liverpool wouldn't win today. You know what? Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I'm a freaking Manchester United supporter, and as much as I don't like Liverpool, whenever we're out of the competition on something, that we cannot win it, I try not to hate so much, because I want at least my wife to be happy about it. So you're like right now we're out of that, we've been out of the FA Cup, so yeah, so I'm like, I'm rooting for them so they can win. And then also in the league title, unfortunately we're out of the league title too. But which team I hate the most? I do hate Man City. Don't like Man City at all. So do I want Liverpool to win the title? I would definitely would love for them to try to get it at here at the end. I don't know how likely that's gonna be, but we'll see. And then of course Champions League, we're out of it too. So again, Liverpool to me seems like the obvious choice for me to have them win, because I would hate for Man City to win anything at all. If I could have Man City lose everything they're going for, and then of course my son being a Spurs fan, so I'm just surrounded by rivals all across. So this is the zip file that we have right now, that I have. And once you decompress it, that's what it looks like. And when you are pulling the files when you are replacing the files into the FIFA editor, the one thing that I always tell people to not do, that I made the mistake of doing, is to actually right click the folder and then clicking import FIFA kit creator kit. If you think that's bad, imagine what Newcastle will be like in 5 years. If you think that is bad, imagine what Newcastle will be like in 5 years. Yeah, you're saying because they have all that money, or you're saying that because at this point Newcastle, they're doing horrible, aren't they?
Who?
Newcastle. Is it what? Didn't Newcastle get bought? What?
Yeah, but no, they're doing great. They're in the top half of the table.
For some
They
reason
were at the bottom of the league, and now they're pretty sure in the top half of the table. So they're doing amazing.
Yeah. Well, relatively. I don't want anyone to win. Just us, Manchester United, all the way. So we have so the one thing that I always tell people to not do, don't right click here and do not import the FIFA kit creator kit, because then you could certainly do that, okay, and that's totally fine. But what happens when you do that is that then for some reason, one reason or another, I don't know why, yeah, they got bought by the Saudi group. Yeah, true. And then for one reason or another, when you do it like this, you're importing the kit through the zip file, what ends up happening is that the fans do not get to wear the kit. So there's like some kind of error that when you go into your career mode or you go into your create a club, the kit's fans, they all appear in white. So there's like a little glitch in the game right now that when you do like that, when you do the import that way, through here, you're gonna get that error. And that I found, again, trial and error. It took me many hours and many attempts to actually figure out this is actually the mistake that I'm making. So when I do import my own kit, I do it one file at a time, starting with the jersey file here, and you just open it, replace it, you do import, and then you do the same thing all the way down. You go down the line all the way down to shorts, all the way down here, and then you replace all these files. And then of course, because you currently in the jersey color scheme here, you do have the badge already integrated into the kit. You also want to go to hotspots, and you want to take the hotspot 0, which is the team kit or the crest, and you want to bounds, all the bounds, you want to change that to 0. And also in number 9, which is the shorts, you want to take all those bounds and you want to turn that to 0. Once you do that, basically you're telling the game, you're telling when it runs, it says do not add a badge to this kits, because the kits, you know, you just want it blank because you pretty much got the kits with the badges already in there, like I showed you in the kit creator when you were making your kits. What that's gonna allow you to do is that when you have your fans in the stadium, it's gonna allow your fans to have that badge that's already kind of like part of the kit. And I don't have any crest in the actual kits, so that's also blank. I left that blank. However, if I actually added a badge into these kits, these badges would show up, would not show up if you bound it, if you change those boundings to 0. So now why would you want to add a crest to this entry here, even if you don't, if you have it off on the hotspots? Because if you go through some of your crests, not this one's here, but you can see the reference on the bottom here, and I'm going to show it to you here in default, the default home. If I go to crest color, crests, okay, now you can see that some of the references in here, they kind of like point to other things in the game. So this is telling like the crest, this crest right here has a reference to another thing in the game. So it has like confetti wall and confetti wall up. So you can see that there's different things in the game that would need that crest in order for, that would use that crest. So in other parts of the game. However, in this particular case for Create a Club, I don't have it in here. I just keep it in there. All right. So once you have it in here and you replace all the kits, you know, you then of course, you know, export it to the mod, and then you create the mod, and that's how you do it. Now, same thing for the goalkeepers kit. Remember how I showed you in the FIFER's Realism mod how the goalkeeper, you can change the goalkeeper? Well, the default area of the goalkeeper for the Create a Club, we're gonna open this file here, which is not, I don't use it, but I used to use it when I did it in the very beginning. I'll show you what they did here. Okay, so the goalkeepers kit is actually kit 5000. Okay, and these are the different variations of that kit. So you don't have a choice as to what color you pick. However, you can say, you can edit every single one to be the same kit. So therefore, whatever color you pick on your Create a Club, if you're using an RGB kit, no matter what variation of kit the game chooses for you, because you edit every single one with the one type of kit, it would be the kit that you made, your edited kits. In this case, I edit every single color for that one kit because I don't know which kit or color that I'm going to be selecting in my Create a Club. So you can see that all of these colors, I'm not going to drop down every single one, but if I click here in home, I changed every single file to be that one kit. So there you go. Boom. See, if I go to the next one, I go here, same kit. I go to the next file, the blue color, jersey, same thing. So it's very tedious, but you have to do it for every single color. And then that allows you to then technically, when you go into your create a club, that's why you're able to do then have this here. So the create a club goalkeepers kit, Nike, that's pretty much what they did. They changed every single variation of it to match that color. And if I wanted to apply that one kit and I wanted to change a particular goalkeeper kit, then that's how I would do it. Now, the reason why I don't do that, yeah, so it stays the same. Now, the reason why I don't do that is because I'm replacing the Crew Alexandra Club goalie. So I don't have to do it that way. So yeah, so that's the reason why I'm actually doing it. And again, there's no tutorial. There was no tutorial for me to learn this. I just kind of had to wing it, and it took me a bunch of freaking hours to figure that out. So hopefully I'm gonna create the chapters in the game, and you know, that'll help a lot of people in here. Okay, so FIFA. Okay, so I did this one here, and then on now the crest, to change the crest and create a club, open another one, and the crest is really easy. The Hartford Athletic badge, so we're gonna do the badge right here. Okay, so there we go. Okay, this is the badge. This is the way that you edit the badge, and of course I'm only showing you the modified games. That one resides in Legacy Explorer, so that was going to be under data, UI, image assets, and then this is the ones you want to change. They're all under custom, and the number reflects the number of the badge and the color. So the badge and the color is one ID, so you got to figure like black badges or a certain shape has this many different IDs on it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show you. Oops, not that. Cancel. Okay, so you're gonna see that the currently. Oh yeah, so the two. So currently the first, if you wanted to create a club and you wanted to create your own custom badge, the first ID of the first badge that you see in the game, the ID is 990-10101. Okay. In this case, it is the Cofresi badge that I replaced. However, FIFER's Realism mod already has a Hartford Athletic badge in there through the Create a Club revamp, right? But the Create a Club Hartford Athletic badge that they have in there that FIFER used doesn't have a white border around the actual the edge of the right here, so it doesn't have this border around the badge. And so what I did, I replaced it with this one, so that when I created my badges and everything else like that, I actually like this look better than not having this white border around it. So that's the reason why I also created a badge for Hartford Athletics, then to replace the one that FIFER uses right now. So again, it's just overwriting because I have it in a lower priority. I'm just kind of like overwriting or using it before the one that FIFER uses. So these are my two badges that I have in there. One for Hartford Athletics, one for the Cofresi. And then you have to change every single one of those, the 50s, the 32s, and the 16s. And then the original one, you don't have to, when you import them, you don't have to actually modify the file size. The program already, the FIFA editor tool, does it automatically for you. You have that option to do it. All right, and the last but not least, then it's gonna be the open, and I'm gonna do the banners and flags. And again, I did the same thing. I first looked at the original Create a Club flags that they had in game, the original banners, Oh, okay, never mind, because I did it again. I did it yesterday too, but so here are the files. Why isn't this open? Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go into the banners and the original flags that are in the creative club. These are the files, and this is what they look like. So when when your team is waving the flags in the creative club, they look like this. And these, so you know that you have to replace this file with the flag that you want in the game. And then these other flags here, these are the offsides flags, so you're gonna leave this the same. And then these are your I think these are actually corner flags, if I'm not mistaken, one of these guys in here. So what I did, then I looked at an example of one of the ones that was already created in the game, in this case Arsenal, and I noticed that the teams actually had like flag 1-0, 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, and then the square flags were different for Arsenal. So when I edited my own files and I did it that way, that's the way I actually did it. So I modify only like those files there, right? So when I replaced or changed those files, I'm gonna hit open, and I'm gonna open the banners and flags so you can see where those are. And those are located in content world, banners and flags. And there's the textures for create a club is banner 0, and for flags is also flag 0. For every other team is different, so it'll be like flags, for whatever team ID it would be. So like team 1-1, then it would be Crew Alexandra, or the flags for Crew Alexandra would be flags 1-1. But since I'm not replacing those, I'm only replacing the kit, I don't need to replace Crew Alexandra's flags or banners. I only did it for the kits in the database. So here the banners, or here's the flags, and these are the flags that I changed. You can see that they're all in here. I left this one, the offsides, normal. There's different variations of the flags that I created, and you can see that all in here. Now, how did I create that? I created this also, all of it with Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. So these are the flags and these are the banners. So these are the banners that I've changed and modified and did. So in the banners, the same thing. I did exactly the same thing that I did with the flags. First, of course, you get your ideas that you have, different images that you have for whatever banner, the way that you want to design your banner. And then these are ideas that I had for creating that banner. And let me show you here what the photos look like. So this is a photo of the actual color palette of the team, using the RGB, so that when you're matching the colors and so forth, you can do that. Different designs and ideas that you have for the team. And Bonanza is one of the banners actually in the game. Of course, the Connecticut emblem. And then these is a team supporter club, which I didn't use. But then all of this that you see in here then translates into the actual file that I created, which is, and I'll open it for you here real quick. I'm going to use Photoshop so you guys can actually see what that looks like. Of course, creating any club or creating any kind or modifying any files for a club, it's like really tedious, and you just gotta, it's just one of those things that, just like you playing the game, you almost have to have a passion for it or a liking to it, like you do actually playing the game. So when I'm editing and I'm modifying files, I don't see it as a work, I see it more as like I'm actually playing the game. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's just, to me, it's kind of fun. So I almost enjoy it as much as actually playing the game, or if not a bit more, because it doesn't really get boring or repetitive. It's just like solving a puzzle to me. All right, so we got the file. Okay, here it is. All right, so it's gonna open that file. Yeah, you do. So this is the actual file that I used to modify the banner. And it's taking so long because I got so many freaking programs running in the background. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. Can I zoom in? I think I can zoom in. Just, oh yeah, there it is. All right. So this is actually the banner file, and it looks all so pretty. But of course, you know, if you take out one of these elements, you know, you can see, boom, you see how this used to be a club that was in there already, you know, in the team. And what I did, I basically, through layers, I replaced the actual content of what that is in there. And there were areas that, you know, you definitely cannot hide the logo with the kit. So you got to go in there really detailed, like, you know, you got to zoom in, you know. And this is a lot of the times that people don't really understand, like when it comes to editing, like it's literally time consuming, you know. So here we have a clone option, which I could take this area here, you know, and you can see how it's like I can, you know, draw over it. If I want to replace this line here, I can click here, and now you can see how there's like a little piece of green there. But if I go like this, you can see how I can keep the same line. You see, so you're able to edit. Here is, keep it here, and you can keep the same exact line there. Okay, if you're gonna keep this here, this pattern here, click here, and again, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. So you can keep that same kind of line. So you just keep working those kind of things like that, and you keep doing that. And of course, it doesn't have to be that small. You can make it bigger. You know, you can make the pen definitely bigger, so you don't, you know, it'll take you a lot less of a time, you know, to do that. You know, so that's pretty much how you edit the files. And then of course, you know, once you have enough removed, then you do, you know, then you can take your, let me see, which one is it that now I even forgot which one it was. There it is. Okay, so then you can go ahead and then put the overlay the map. So the same thing. So they're like different assets, different layers, and that's pretty much how you do it. So that's a layer on itself there. You know, the ears, same thing. All of these are different layers positioned in different areas. Here's one, bonanza. It's actually the word. See, took that out and I erased everything that was in there. Here's another one there. So at the end product, you know, it looks real clean, you know, very nice. And you can do that with any file. You don't actually need to use Adobe Photoshop. You can use GIMP. I think GIMP is actually free, and you could pretty much use, you know, do the same kind of things with it. And I've edited many different files, and you know, so it's all one of those things where just, again, like Kirk was saying, you know, patience when you're doing all this stuff. So that's what the finished product looked like. Once you finish that, you turn it into a PNG or a JPEG file, and then that translates into this file here. You change the name of the file to be banner 001. Then you take that file and then you import it and you overwrite the one that's originally in there for banner 0, and then that in turn translate into what the product that you see here finished. You take that and then you save it into a mod, and when you turn it into a mod, yeah, it's like for my own custom. It's like for my own custom. I might use United Banner. Just yeah. That's absolutely right. Yep, you can definitely do that. That's another thing that you can do, and that's also another reason why when you create mods, you want to use different mods for different things. Like you want to, when you create your banner, you make it into your own mod. When you create flags or logos, you create it into a different mod. Because if you're gonna change any of those, like, you know, a new year comes in, a new season comes in, and you want to change just the kit, you only have to change that kit. Therefore, you're keeping the logos and the banners and everything else intact, you know. So it's all very easy, honestly, and it's easier to do that because in reality, you could just create one mod file for every single change that you're gonna make. But what's gonna happen is that now you're going into, you're kind of like putting your hands in the cookie jar with and you could possibly edit things that you didn't want to edit, like kits and so forth. So that's the reason why all these kits that you see in there, when you see FIFERs or any other mods, they have so many different mods available, because certainly you could do it all in one file, but with all this work that would need to be done, it would only stick to one creator club. Yeah, correct. Yep. So with this here now, you could just do, I could do different careers. So I have these mods for this one career mode. You can see the files here on the bottom. So these are my banners for Cofresi FC. See, I edited this ones, the flags for, and I showed you how that was done, and I showed you about this ones here in the kits. And then I also showed you the Hartford Athletics, boom, the different flags that are in there and the kits for that. So that kind of ties everything together. Well, now you know how I created my mods, and how not only did I create my mods, but you could get an idea on how all these other mods were created too, based off of that, because the formula is the same thing. They're using the same thing. They're just modifying different files. But yes, it is very tedious. So you can see how many thousands and thousands of hours have been put into the FIFER's Realism mod by modifying all these incredible files. So all right, so that being said, you guys know the ones that I'm running. I am running a Hartford Athletics career mode, and now we're gonna jump into, let me double check, make sure that I have everything closed already here, all the files. Okay, one thing I didn't show you guys was actually the Revolution Database Master. I didn't really go into it, but that is the one area that you actually change the kits numbers through the Revolution Database, RDBM, or yeah, RDBM. That is what you use to change the kits colors and the fonts that's used. You don't have to use it, it just makes it a little or yes, you do, in order to access it. And then you use the kit creator website in order to change. It makes it a little bit easier for you to see, but it's not that complicated, honestly. If you guys want to see that in the future, I could certainly load a video so you can see the database. And but that's, you know, that's really nothing too crazy, you know. So okay, but I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna close the FIFA editor here, and what else do I need to close? Make sure I'm trying to close as many things as I possibly can. Okay, the kit creator, we're gonna close that. All right, so all right, so here we are into the, when I create my own club, make sure that I got, okay, so I do run two things. I run the live editor, and the reason why I run the live editor is because I edit some of the mini faces when I'm creating the club. And here I have the, if I press F9, you can see that the live editor is actually on. Let me turn off my camera so that you can see here on the show menu. All right, so you can see the live editor here, and you know, you can see the team editor. You can edit the teams. It shows you the team IDs and so forth. So that is running in the background, and I do need that because of the mini faces. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let me just close this out, and we're gonna do F9 again to make it disappear. All right, we're gonna go into the career mode, and of course I am running the FIFER's mod and all those other mods that you saw in there, so you can actually see and experience the gameplay. So we're gonna go load. All right, so last night we played all the way past the round 3 of the Carabao Cup match, and that was against a Premier League team, against Everton, and we won that game in penalties, and it was a super exciting game. And of course nobody could hear the game because my sound was muted. So this time around what I did was I started the save again, the game before round 3 against Everton. So we're gonna play. We're doing that co-op. Do you still want to do the co-op Everton game?
What?
Do you want to do the Everton co-op game?
Yeah, if you want.
All right. So we're gonna co-op the game, the Everton game. So all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load it up. And of course, we're gonna look at the team here real quick, and you can see that the team that we have in here is pretty much like exactly the team that they have in the actual roster. So okay, so the game. All right, so those that don't know much about Hartford athletics, display capture, game capture. Okay, so this is exactly the roster that they have in the team. Recently, they got a new signing this past week on loan, Yannick, the goalkeeper, German goalkeeper, and then also they got Logan Jadula. He's another fullback, left back. He's another loan player, and of course, we have all the other different players that we got in here. Why isn't then I save Johnson? I thought, okay, yeah, so he is saved. Okay. He's just saved under a different name, Guillermo, because that's the kit that he has in there. So I am actually going to change that back again. So edit players. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put Johnson in here, because every time I see him as a different name, it's just throwing me off. All right. So yeah, so the club matches exactly what they have online, and the way that I was able to edit that is when you did a create a club, it auto generated the players into the club, and then each one of those players, then I edit them to either look similar to the ones that were in the actual club, and then change all the different the positions to match the players. Now one thing that I try to stay true is that I did not change the overall of the player, because I wanted to keep it kind of like competitive to the actual league. But I did change their ages and their names and the way that they appear, their appearance, and the boots and their wages to match the wages of that team or that league. So if I go into my, and how did I do that? I did it through the FIFA tracker. So if I go to the FIFA tracker, you can actually change the wages of a player based on position and the league that they play in. So if I went goalkeeper, if I went to, let's say, England League One, and I put the team that I replaced, Crew Alexandra, and I said, you know what, the goalkeeper, one of the goalkeepers that got he's 69 overall, and he's 22 years of age. And I did, was it 69 that I just see? Oh, damn. Okay, let's see. 69.22. So 69.22. 69.22, and I said calculate wages. So 34. Is it 34? Okay, so it's saying that he should get paid technically 3,400 34 100 euros right there for that goalkeeper, right? So why do I feel like that's actually more than what I actually put down? All right, so then if I go to finances, yeah, that's substantially more. Wait a minute, did I change that correctly? Maybe because he went up one. That is the reason why. Yes, because he is +1. He went up one. So at 68, he was actually less. Now he's 69, so he's potentially more money. If I am gonna renew his contract in the new year, I do have to pay him more wages than I am paying him now. And yeah, that's totally, I totally 100% understand that, because actually his value went up. So, all right. So the team is exactly what's in the actual real life roster, what they have in there. We got here, we have, let's see. All right, so we got Slayton, Sebastian Pliska, Austin Pack. This is the new goalkeeper. I'm not sure whether Pack's actually playing in the team anymore, but I think it is. With all this, okay, and then Damon Rose, Tulo, center back, Jadama, center back, and then fullbacks we got Budari. This is the new loan that we got for, I think he's a loan for 30 days or 24 days or so. So I put him as a loan for 2 months. Then Joel Johnson, he plays a right wing, right back. I put him as a right mid. He plays forward in the whole entire right side. Then we got Tom Brewitt. He plays center defensive mid and also center back. And most of the time, because Hartford Athletics plays a back three, he plays center back in the back three, with McGlynn playing in the mid as a center defensive mid. And then Apollon plays left wing back, because they played the three in the back with the two wingers, left wing back and a right wing back. But Apollon he could place that whole entire left side. So I got him left mid, left wing back, left back. And then Lewis plays Cam, and he can also play he's a very talented player. He plays in the very beginning area. So that's 77. And of course, he started at 75. That's definitely does him justice, because he's actually pretty decent in the field. He's got a lot of skill moves. Then Prapa, he doesn't get a lot of playing time, but he does sub in. You got Peter Lee Vassell. He plays Cam in the center area. O'Brien, he's kind of like a youth academy or youth player in the team. Sadeno doesn't get to play much, but he plays as a sub. Danny Barrera, he is the team captain, and he is in his 31. He's a senior. He's been there for a long time. I don't have a spot for him in the formation that we play in, so I play him center defensive mid. But I do have that position going forward. Prince is another one that is very vital to the team, and he actually was recently injured, so I think he's out for 11 months, and so that's pretty bad. Daly, he plays striker. He's our primary striker in the team. And then you got Curry Herzog. He is the leading goal scorer in the USL, and he's a player that we currently have that we recently got probably 3 months ago, or less than a month ago. Curry Herzog, he's playing for us. And then right around the same time, just before Herzog, we got Ariel Martinez. He plays striker cam, right mid, or the right side. Juan Carlos Obregon, he plays striker. And then Michael Curry, he plays striker too, center forward. So a lot of these strikers in cam positions and those RM positions too in the team, because of formations they play, they usually play like center. They're like center forwards, and because I don't play that in the game, they're either cam or strikers, and that's the reason why they're like that. So yeah, so that is the team. If I go to edit players, you can see that the FIFER's Realism mod gives me the option to do a bunch of different things. I can edit the name, the kit name, I can edit the skin tone, the kit shape. So I mean, pretty much anything that I can do in create a club normally that you wouldn't be able to do, I can do it. No. Okay, then I can also, in create a club, I can also go into my office and I can customize my stadium, and I can also customize my kit. I'm not gonna go in there because then I'll break the kits that I have in there right now. And then of course my youth staff, I don't actually have anybody right now because there's no 5 stars, and that's the reason why I actually haven't bought any youth any of those yet. All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play this match against Everton. I'm hoping that that controller works. I think okay, so what did we decide when we were actually playing? Oh, let me put the camera here. What did we decide that we were gonna do with the kit, with the team when we were playing the Everton? Because we're playing it again. The thing is,
yeah. Well, I think Bruitt was starting. Dali was starting because he came off having scored like 3 goals.
Dali was playing. Lewis definitely.
I think that same team.
That same thing, right? Yeah, because I saved it.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So here goes nothing. Of course, you know we got the only player that we're keeping in this lineup that we got this week is gonna be Jadula, because of the fact that yeah, with the goalkeeper, we're gonna keep Slayton in there. He's been the one true like player that, you know, he's been pretty much like the go-to goalkeeper in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure why they got the new one, honestly. I'm not sure. Maybe they needed 3.
Maybe for
But okay, so this is super rare. We are in League 1. And we are playing Everton in the Carabao Cup round 3. So this match is going to be super difficult for us. It's going to be sweaty. And yeah, we might get smoked. Who knows? I know last time we went to penalties, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, it was insane. All right. So let's do this. And of course, you're going to be able to see in here. All right, so let me see what he's saying. He's saying, I've been playing pretty well lately. I feel really good. I hope that means that won't be on the bench for the game. Unfortunately, team captain Barrera, you're going to be on the bench in the beginning of the game. If we feel that you can come in, then I'll think about it. But right now, he's going to have to. Yeah, he's pretty hit already. He's if you look at his thing, yeah, his health is like 3/4 right now, and if I put him in the beginning right now, you know, it's like it's not worth it, you know, to take that chance with him. Plus he's not that super defensive. Okay, all right, I don't want to skip a lot of the scenes, you know, in the game. I want to see who they're actually. Go ahead. Okay, so you're red. All right, awesome. All right, so this is a multi. Make sure that I keep them so you can see. All right. So let's see who they have. Okay. So they're starting Richarlison.
Yep. They're not starting Allen though.
They're not. Davis is no, right? Sarr, Peterson, Ashley, Pickford's also starting.
Yep. So kind of a stronger team.
Kind of a stronger team, aren't they?
But we'll see.
Oh man.
That means maybe they'll come off, you know.
You think that they're gonna start off like really freaking strong? Yeah. Okay, don't skip it. Let's see.
4 goals last time out. Can he light up the stage?
Yeah, he scored 4 goals last game.
This is EA TV.
Daily. So we are playing at home, and the interesting thing to see here is our home match area, the badges, the just pretty much everything that's in the game. The warm-up kit matches the kits. You see, this is the home area. All those logos that you saw in the game in the back, you can actually see them, and that's what it looks like. So
these are the games that they dream of. No doubting they're the underdogs. If they can frustrate their opponents, stay in the game up until half-time, you just never
very
know.
nice. It all matches, like when you actually start seeing the fruits of your labor, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rewarding to see all those changes that you made in your mod, so come into effect.
3 creative players in advance of them and a mobile centre forward. It's a good team.
So one issue I hate about career mode is a player gets upset about not getting a new contract. They don't even mention it before. Then they might submit a transfer, and yeah, that's true. I've actually haven't had that problem, but yeah, I think I get it. What you mean? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way that you can try to mitigate that. Yeah, I think like any player that has like less than a year left, I try to get him to agree to sign a contract, even if it's just an extension at the same price, because you're actually, hey, we're starting. Yeah, you don't actually lose any money. That's yeah, Richarlison. Scary.
And it's Tom Davies.
Pass it to you.
Might really be able to trouble them.
And for that cross.
This looks promising. Johnson.
Oh my God! I thought you were gonna get that too.
With the Mari Gray.
Do I need to? You good? You want me to move a little bit here?
Well, he always has to be regarded as a.
You want me to move the mic?
So what should we expect to see from him in this game, Stuart?
Fine.
Well, Derek, last time out he scored 4 goals, and what a brilliant performance it was from him. His movement was good, he was clinical in front of goal, and he was a constant threat. He's in tremendous form.
Well,
he's trying.
Was always going wide. He's not going to be best pleased with himself. Can he do it to take the lead?
Pay attention.
Yeah, my bad.
Danger
What the
averted
heck?
for now.
Like he was stuck there for a second.
Daly. Now can they make something happen? Could be dangerous. Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
Yeah, I saw what you tried to do there. That was decent. Honestly, playing co-op is actually harder than playing.
Defensive Brazilians to shut them down.
Oh.
You can win it back.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, sitting deep like this might be a dangerous game. Must take the lead here.
Oh my
He knew
God.
he had to make the tackle and did. Ismail Assar. Still on level terms, moving the ball nicely. Well, a top-notch piece of defensive judgment. And continues his run.
Oh, that's a foul.
Completely missed time, and you would expect to
Is that a yellow? Don't
Yeah.
don't skip anything. Like, Try
And a
not
yellow
to skip
card for
anything.
that, Stuart.
And he's going to have to be careful now. That was a silly challenge.
What
Not
the
a great
freak?
pass.
The heck was blocking me too?
Vitali Mikolenko.
Oh shit!
Committed challenge.
Nice.
It's literally 1 second away from getting a cross off.
That is how to apply the pressure. Plenty of options. But they
Didn't
took care of
realize
the
it.
situation defensively.
There we go.
Do a little team press.
Ismail Assar. As clean as a whistle, that challenge.
Man, these guys, I swear. The fuck? Oh my god.
And he was in the right place to intercept. Gray.
What happened?
Is that my controller that went out?
That's yours.
The fuck?
There you go.
Yeah, my controller kind of went out.
That could have went bad.
It's serious. Oh my god.
To jump in front.
Yes.
To give them the lead. They
Is
have
that
their
Dali?
reward.
Yeah, it's him.
Keeping the
Man, I
scoring
can't
streak
believe he
up.
fucking
Well,
broke
here it is
away
again,
there.
And it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their
Can't believe that
defensive
just happened
positions.
like that.
And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
And Everton get the ball rolling once more. Let's find out how they're going to react to this setback. Richarlison.
Ooh,
Bad pass it was.
nice. That's
So
it.
almost at half-time.
Damn,
They
they're
are making
really
good
trying.
use of
They're
home
really
advantage.
trying there.
Still a bit
Right
of
there.
work to do though. Stuart, your thoughts on what you've seen?
Well, I think they've been the better side in this first half. They've defended well, they've looked dangerous in attack, and they've
For you.
controlled the midfield. It's been a solid performance
man.
so far.
Well, he took care of it defensively.
Oh my god, what the heck?
Superb defensive judgment to end the attack. Patterson. Ismail Assar. Promising pass.
I got the inside. Oh, nice.
Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. Could be a chance to break here.
Oh god, here we go.
They need to get bodies back. No pressure whatsoever on the keeper.
Damn.
Vitali Mikolenko. Gray now. Richarlison. Ismail Assar. On the ball, Davis.
Oh my god. The heck?
And you don't
What the
want
heck?
to lose possession there. One minute of stoppage time has been added on.
I'm not faster than you, so. Oh shit.
Well, it's
What the heck?
really
That's a
good
foul.
challenge. Now, what's the referee going to do about it? Well, deemed to have been a cautionable offence.
Well, no question about it. He deserved his booking there.
Played in there. And it might be. He can't hold on to it.
I think that was outside.
Was that
then.
offside?
That was offside.
To a close.
That's.
That's some bullshit. That's good.
Is that
The
halftime?
match is underway.
Was that?
I think it is. Yeah, halftime.
Pick? Yeah, halftime. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway. Able to deal with the threat.
Over the inside.
And good pressure
Oh,
high up
nice.
the pitch.
Right. There you go.
Couldn't keep the ball. And space for them
Oh,
here on the
Johnson,
flank.
yeah.
But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Vitaly Mikolenko.
Hmm.
Tom Davis. There's a
Oh, what the fuck?
pass. And a goal to square the gap.
Again, Charleston.
Into the seat stop.
This fucking player, I
Well, as you
swear.
can see, the weight of the through ball is key to
So
this goal.
dangerous.
And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the
We
keeper
literally
no
like
chance.
just let that dude fucking walk
So
in.
the ball is rolling again at 1-1.
He scored again. He fucking tied the game last game, didn't he?
And the quality of pass
God,
needs to be a bit
McGlynn's so
better.
fucking slow sometimes. But
He must finish.
oh my god.
Able to close down the shot.
Will Alex O'Neill please meet your wife
Tom
at
Davis.
the ticket office? Thank you.
Well, the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack.
Oh, great.
Richarlison. Will it lead to the goal that puts them ahead?
Yeah.
And a goal here!
That was
There
stupid.
it is. They've done it!
We gotta get one back.
Come on, come on. Alright, we're gonna go up one. Attacking. Jesus
We have
Christ. Come on.
2-1.
We gotta at least fucking tie the game. My god, what the fuck?
Well, we're into the final half hour.
Come on.
What the
Attempt at a
heck?
pass, really. Richarlison. Tom Davis. This looks promising from Everton, but nothing
What are you
comes of it.
doing?
Good
not
defending it
me.
was. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Well, that break looks promising, but nothing coming from it. Possession lost.
Come on.
Intercepted.
That's it.
And good use of advantage. The
What are you
referee
doing?
allowing
I
play
was
to
getting
continue.
fouled. My player was all staggered.
Now what can they do from here? Well timed tackle.
There you go. Right there. What the freak?
Didn't control that first touch. There you go. I think we have
So a
it.
throw in here.
Oh man.
Okay.
Don't let him out here,
Now
please.
is the time to go to the
Okay.
bench. Lewis. Not the pass he had in mind. Well, we have 20 minutes
Oh my
left in this
god,
game.
what the fuck?
And
He's
scored
going for the
forward to
outside.
produce something exciting, but they took care of the situation defensively.
What the?
I
Come
ca-
on. Goalkeeper.
Mopping up defensively.
There. Lewis.
Played into the centre.
Oh my god, what the
Or
freak?
it's fine, it's fine.
And Johnson has it. Well, he's got past his man. Patterson. Ismail
God.
Sarr.
Man, I'm just so fucking frustrating
Well,
too.
this game will shortly
Because
be
we
history,
got the
and
fucking
home
talent
side
to
appear
fucking
to
win
be
this
on the wrong
game.
end of the scoreline. Stuart, give us your take.
Well, if they want to get something from this game, they need to start getting the ball into the box that little bit quicker and get players attacking the ball. Otherwise, this game will just slip away from them.
Hold on. Hold on.
Wanna sub somebody in? so I can come in. Vassal for Johnson.
Oh my god. I swear.
Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out.
What the?
Well, play stopped.
It's
It is a
another
free
yellow.
kick.
Surely. It's not even a yellow. That's so...
Disappointing control, and they've lost the ball.
There we go. Oh, why is too low even up? I have no passing options.
I know, but you're killing the clock.
Could be dangerous. Real chance. A glorious opportunity.
You're killing the clock, like
Back to
literally.
Bloom Lodge.
Well, that should have put them level. That could be it for them today.
Lampard actually looks good.
To be replaced by number 25, Jean-Philippe Gavarin.
Well,
Yes.
there's still
There you
scope
go.
for late drama here. 5 minutes left, and just one goal between the sides. On the ball in an attacking position, but they've
Oh
got
my
to do
God.
something
Yeah, it's a
positive
foul, it's a
quickly.
foul.
Illegal play, and hence a free kick. He's got the right idea with that pass,
It's
but
offside.
mistimed his run.
Well, he's got the timing all wrong there. He just needs to bide his time.
Applying vigorous pressure. And a decent delivery.
Oh my god.
Damn. Close. They're getting so close.
I'm gonna fucking have to.
Alan. Gray now.
Uh-oh. I'm covering...
Gray. Alan.
There we go.
Gray now. Well, a good tackle.
This is gonna be some super attacky shit right now.
Richarlison.
Fucking hell,
That's
man.
it. Game's over.
No, it's not. Fuck me,
That's
man.
the final
2-1.
whistle, and Everton will progress.
Well, they had to work
Some
hard for it today.
bullshit.
Very little to split between the teams over the 90 minutes.
Got really
and they
close,
had to
though.
be quite resilient at times. They've come through that now and will certainly fancy their chances in the next
Well,
round.
there you go. We're out of the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup.
Well, he put in a really thorough performance here, Stuart.
Well, he gave them a really hard time, didn't he? His speed of thought was excellent, and he took the winning goal so well.
That's fucked
He was
up.
brilliant today.
That sucks.
Damn, what a disappointment.
At least it's against a good team, you know. It didn't go out to like...
I mean, the
another
last
freaking
game
league.
was, you know, we fucking won that game with the skin of our teeth. It was the same thing. It was a 1-0. Then at the fucking very last minute of the game, they fucking equalized.
Mm-hmm. With
Right?
Richarlison, too.
With Richarlison, with a header. And we won the game in penalties, and it wasn't even like we were owning the penalties. It was like literally like we had how many penalties?
Missed one. We
Yeah,
each missed
we
one,
miss
so-
each one. Yeah. Damn, that's a fucking red card right there. It should have been a fucking red card. Oh, and the last game we played was both red
Both
cards, right?
teams got a red
Both
card.
teams got a red card on it. So, man, that just pisses me off. But you know what? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So there, you saw basically the whole entire finished product. You saw the logos of the team. You see the home fan area, the kits. You know, the players. Yeah.
Could be dangerous.
Yeah, so. Ah, man, that's sad. That hurts. Spurs, you guys won again. How?
Some questions
You
regarding the
guys
match?
beat Liverpool. I don't understand. We lost, but the Spurs won. How did that happen? Alright, so that you missed a chance to progress today. We were probably beaten by a better side. We couldn't have done much more. We didn't take our chances. We were probably beaten by a... We were not beaten by a better side. We couldn't... See, if I put this here, I don't know. It's like, it's not really... Why weren't your team able to make more impact in the second half? We just didn't take our chances. We took along. You bet. He said that you guys won against Liverpool because Son scored in the 90th minute. Yeah, true. Was Richarlison the problem for you today? We have to look at ourselves. We let him play. We have to look at ourselves, to be honest. But we did. I don't
Thanks,
even know
that's all
why
the
we didn't
questions we
through the
have for
middle.
you.
Man, that's just so disheartening. So yeah, so it's a couple of things with that game is that you could have seen some of the gameplay, the way that the game behaves and the player moves and everything. That's all due in part to the FIFER's Realism mod, and then also the banners and the kits and everything else that's in the game, aside from, of course, you know, the kit that I just created. They're also part of the game too. So what the heck is the Barrera crying about? He was disappointed. Didn't I play Barrera? Didn't we play Barrera?
Yeah, we did for 10 minutes.
We did for 10 minutes. And
Probably disappointed that when he came on, we still lost.
I have to rotate players. Yeah, he's tired. True. Alright, so this one is against Rotherham. And they're in second place right now. And we are in 5th. Rotherham. Man, I can't believe
Okay,
that's
thanks
just
for
so
waiting. We
disappointing
can make
to
a
be
start
out of
now.
the freaking Carabao Cup. We still in the Papa John's, still that one more, the Papa John's Cup. We still in that. Yeah, so that's not bad. So it says, please assume stronger. We can listen to, maybe we're stronger on paper. We need to be at our best here. This team that we're playing right now, they are a superior. Barrera should be grateful for his 10 minutes. Yo, for real. You know, and the only reason I put him in was because Brewitt was like tired too. You know, he was pretty hit. So let's are 100% in this. Team, what to expect. How can your team? It's about confidence. Alright, so right now we are gonna change. We're gonna look at our lineup right now. It's not as serious as the Everton game, but this team should be a tough match. And let me see something. Martinez, Barrera. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna put Barrera in only because Brewitt, we're gonna need Brewitt to play center back, and be able to sub in center back and center defensive mid here. All right, and we're gonna bring in the Slayton. We're gonna keep in, and yeah, that's pretty much. Actually, you know what, McGlynn. Right, no, we're gonna keep McGlynn in. Vassell, Peter Lee Vassell. I'll take Johnson out and I'll put Peter Lee Vassell in right now in there too. Actually, you know what? Let me do it on the other side. Can he play? He could just replace Apollon, and I'll bring in Apollon too. 75. There we go. Just keep them like this right now, just so that we can, just, you know, we're keeping kind of like the same stats. And so we are gonna play the away kit. We are playing in our away kit. You want to play this one match?
Yeah, sure. But
Okay. All right. So this is we are, because it is away. We are. I don't know why it didn't actually change the kit. Maybe they're too similar. We're gonna put in our away kit. Oh, I see. Because it's pretty similar to is the white. So we're gonna just keep the home kit. Or lane. Oops, shit. I'm gonna have to change.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, in the game. When you're playing co-op, you could do it in the game.
Cameras trained on one man in a rich vein of
so
form.
we're gonna do
and
it here.
#1 in the
Just do it in this menu. Settings. Sides. Okay.
scoring charts. Can he do it again today? Live on EA TV.
What feel? I wonder if this is one of those. So here again, here is our home section. Of course, you know we are away. And you can see all those the banners too, like the banners. And remember how in the beginning, the FIFER Realism, how I showed you the ad boards? You can see the ad boards around the stadium too. Those are actually different. So you see like TikTok and all that.
Hopefully we get a really good game here.
And number 10, James Norwood.
Here's the Rotherham United starting lineup.
Now you see the logo on the bottom of the field that you see where it's got the club crest. That club crest that you see there on the bottom, that's changed. When you make changes into the crest area of the logos, that's one of the ones that show up in the game, that bottom area there too. So that's why it's important to change them and to replace them and to put something in there, because
Let's have a look at the initial 11
All
for
right.
the visitors.
Well, in this shape, they're two holding midfield players.
they,
really key to
I'm
it.
not sure how this
Get
team
on the
plays,
ball
but they
and
should
take
be a
it
little
away,
tough
protect the
because
two
they're in second
centre-backs,
place.
will then allow the attacking players to show their creative quality.
that was a little weird.
Went in strongly, decisively. Well, that's how to beat your opponent. Can he put it away? And still a chance.
There we go.
And second time
Daly.
around, he scores.
Off the bat.
But the keeper
Daily right out of the gate too. That's his yeah.
He's been scoring lately. So
He's been doing really well.
can't blame him.
No, not at all.
Well, here we can see it again. Normally, I'm the first to point the finger at a goalkeeper, but I think it's a good initial save. I'm not sure he could have done much more. Just a bit
Yeah, very
unfortunate,
good.
really,
Right
that
out
it
of the
dropped to an
rebound
opponent.
too. And I'm surprised because this freaking team being in second place. I wonder what that's
And
gonna
the ball
put us.
moving again. What sort of response will we
Maybe in
see
the
from
top
them
four.
now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they had quite a bit of a difference to like.
Oliver Rathbone. Quick
Ooh,
thinking to dispossess
ooh,
his opponent.
ooh.
He's going forward well here.
Oh my God!
Possession lost, intercepted.
Keeping this guy covered.
And making
Oh
high
my
pressing work.
God!
Decided to come in from the flank.
What
Giving
the-
a sigh of relief. Ball one. A good effective pressure high up the pitch. Well, news coming through that the referee has pointed to the spot in one of the other matches. With the details, here's Alex.
Yes, it was a penalty
Wow.
for Ipswich
I'm
Town,
surprised he freaking
and
kept
it
that
was
ball
a
in.
strong hand from the goalkeeper to save that one in the bottom corner. It remains 0-0 with 10 minutes played.
Ah,
Thanks for the
that's.
update,
Oh, what the heck?
He closed down real
He's
quick.
sabotaging me? Okay.
Tackling and winning the ball to boot. Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Stewart, in particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, as
Oh
you can
my
see,
God.
his form in front of goal has been superb. He just has that knack of finding space in the box. And then, of course, he's a brilliant finisher. I'm sure he'll show us that again today.
Space on the flank.
He's bossed the shit out of you right there.
Really good
How
interception.
did he just really try to?
Lewis. Vassell.
You want that cross?
Position.
Yeah, no.
Here.
Players waiting in the centre.
Oh, did he kick her in the face?
I thought he did.
There you go. Oh my God, he did.
Dali's injured.
He's freaking hurt. Hold on a second. The fuck?
Oh my God. Bring on Herzog. It's an ambulance. He's
bullshit.
gonna be out for a month or more.
I gotta see what happened there. Hold on.
Okay. What?
Hold on, don't press anything, cause you're doing it.
So,
Well, you're doing it. But did he?
dude.
Hold on. He fell like he fucking. I'm trying to fucking like hit the.
What are you trying to do?
Well, I had it rotate. There we go. Okay, this one. This is the one I actually had. The orbit camera. Then I had it hidden. Yeah, that's pretty much where he's. That's where he was hurt.
Well, we'll see. I mean, we don't know.
Okay, so we did change Herzog anyways.
Ferguson. Well, that's in the remit of any referee to stop play. It's what he's going to do, so the
they already
player
did that.
can receive attention.
It looks like it's his leg.
Yeah, his knee.
That's gonna suck. I hope it's not another ACL. Huh?
And the game restarted by means of a drop ball.
What?
The fuck? Did you do that? Or that they did
Why
that?
would I have done that? I think it's just an automatic thing in the game.
Well, they continue their push for the equaliser, but definitely not forcing it. And a poor ball. Well, a top-notch piece of defensive judgment. And a very good challenge. Can he finish this?
Oh my god.
The keeper, fantastic stop.
Who's playing right now?
Roma.
Roma? Oh, I didn't know you were watching the game right now.
I didn't know it was on until like 20 minutes ago.
Corner kick played in. Well, the danger is still there. How can he take them on and beat them?
Pass it in.
Able to skip past his man. Able to get a body in the way. Breaking at pace.
Uh-oh.
Nice looking pass. Ferguson. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that pass. Can they get in behind them? And he's lost custody of the ball here.
The
Well,
fuck?
visionary passing. Oh, marvellous. save. Great goalkeeping. Well, not giving him any breathing room. Getting in there to take it away. Well, the attack looks promising.
Yours.
What the fuck, man? Fucking controller keeps getting disconnected.
It's not mine.
It's not yours, right?
I'm moving it.
There we go.
High quality defending. I must say this looks promising. Well, that's one for them to pursue. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. And the referee is quite rightly letting it go. They've lost it.
What the? You see? What the heck?
Norwood.
I had him, and then all of a sudden the freaking AI just auto
Well, no
adjusts.
pressure on the keeper. Poor cross.
Serious?
Just cutting off the supply. McGlynn.
That's you right there.
Surely.
Oh my god, I thought you were gonna fucking miss that for a second. I'm like, what the fuck? I swear.
I thought it was gonna get back.
Well, as you can see, he beats the defenders so easily with a change of pace, and then
really
it's a
tight
decent
on him.
finish.
Yeah, no
That's a very
shit.
good goal to
Even
have.
blocked
Honestly,
it.
I'm
The
really
goal-
surprised
the
you
goal-
fucking made that goal. Because
goalkeeper
you
actually
hit it.
got
You
it.
hit the far post. Did he?
Yeah,
He did.
he just didn't
He,
get enough
he just
power
wasn't
on
shit.
it.
Yeah. I feel
A second
comfortable
goal
now at
for them
least.
here.
2-0.
Don't say that.
Oh, you
And the
know.
fourth official confirming that we'll have one additional minute.
What? One additional minute? Even after that fucking injury?
Options in the centre.
I don't think they really do injury time well
Yeah,
in
I
this
mean,
game.
usually there's like a format, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're injury, you're supposed to get like an extra
Well, could this
4,
be the
3
turning
minutes or
point?
5 minutes or
Fans are
whatever,
certainly hoping so.
you know. Yeah, they kind of fucked that up. Because there's definitely supposed to be more than 1
So
minute
there goes
left.
the half-time whistle. It
Because
is an
they had the
acceptable
injury in the
scoreline
game.
from the point of
Yeah.
view of the
So right
visitors.
now, Roma
They
and
put
who is
themselves on
playing?
top, Stuart.
Venice,
Good
Venezia,
back, but today it's been a
Venice
front player still in
and
the show.
Roma
They
No, it's
and
not
have been a
Venice.
handful
It's
to the
Venezia.
opposition.
Venezia.
Their ability in 1v1
It's what,
situations
1-0?
has been excellent.
You guys are losing?
Yeah.
Because you follow Roma, right?
Yeah. But they have a red card, so
Huh.
they're
Is-
down a player, so and Roma should score.
That's cool.
McGlynn.
Alright, McGlynn, you're gonna have to come out, buddy. We're gonna put in Brewitt and that's it. We just leave it like this. Barrera, I have a feeling he's gonna come out. Man, I just really hope that
Plenty to consider based on what we've
what's this
seen
guy's
so
name? It's
far.
not
Kelly.
fucking
As the
name.
second half begins.
Well, he is injured, but
I mean,
hopefully it's
yeah,
not bad.
it's not bad, yeah.
Ferguson. Could cross it in here. Could pull one back
Oh my
here.
god.
Tremendous block. Can't get the shot through. And Johnson now.
Over the top. There we
That's a
go.
well-timed
Oh my
pass.
god, that's beautiful.
Well, it was down to whether or not to
Serious?
keep the keeper, and that
What?
question has been answered.
Well, I'm all for players striking through
What?
the back of the ball with power.
That was
He had
no.
to hit the target
What?
from there.
That literally skinned the freaking
Oh yes,
bar.
yes, that's Suzuki. Oh, let me show you real quick. Pause the road.
What?
Well, okay. So yes, I am actually running the FIFER's Realism mod. It's running. I'm running beta 6 right now. So I'm running the full entire mod with all the mods, and I'm actually running also my own mods, which is the Hartford Athletic kits, and that you actually see him playing. So we are playing with the FIFER's Realism mod. Yep. By the way, thank you for joining the stream.
Well, they couldn't keep it. Michael Smith.
Oh my god. Wait. Sometimes I swear. Oh my god.
Lewis. Oh, good vision. Oh, that is a superb save.
Well, as those stats tell us, their attacking play today has been exceptional. Defenders have come out at the right time, the midfielder completely dominated the game, and the front player's movement has been excellent.
Well, the danger is still there.
Oh god.
Danger averted for now.
My bad. I don't know why I actually did that. Like,
Too
oh my
late
god.
business on this occasion. In position.
How the heck? For a second there, I actually wasn't gonna do that because I thought you might be called offsides, but then I'm like, you know.
Well, here it is
I'm like,
again.
okay, I'll do
Goes
it.
past his marker so easily with just a drop of the
See some, I'm sorry, I gotta do that. Oh, sorry. Let's see.
shoulder.
Alright.
While the movement in the box is equal to it, it's such good timing. What a goal.
So for anyone in the stream, if you guys are interested in looking at the the team that I'm actually using right now, Hartford Athletics, they are an actual team in the USL,
Lewis.
and they're fully the whole, oh god dang,
An alert
Yeah,
intervention.
the full team, full
There you go.
roster.
Hold on, pass it.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my fucking controller. Like, it's just.
James Norwood. Well, he's lost the ball.
Not who I wanted it to either.
Trying to give it to Herzog, right?
Yeah. Just for some reason, I
Michael
just didn't
Smith.
do it.
Well, high marks for that pass.
Okay, I'll stay on the inside.
Cross fired over.
That's when this
Oof.
man scores.
Into the final 20 minutes.
There you go.
He's beaten his man. Well advanced. It should be.
No.
Is that offside? No, it was a goal.
I gotta see that. That's a back heel pass too. Oh god.
Yeah, here's the setup play. Well,
Here
it's
it
a
is.
great little back heel, isn't it? And there's certainly no doubt about the finish. He really hits it with power and accuracy. Nothing the keeper can do about that.
Damn.
If there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been removed.
Substitution for Rotherham United.
And he read it well, intercepting it.
Number 10, James Norwood, coming onto
Oh my God.
Oliver Rathbone. 15 minutes left for play.
There you go, you got it.
Tom.
There.
And the pass could do damage. And power over
Ooh,
subtlety.
golly,
He's
man,
hit
that
the
shit
woodwork.
had
Made
mad
decent
power.
contact with it, but he has to score from that range.
Oh my god. That was almost inside.
And the substitution will occur now. Oliver Rathbone. Smith. And Will Grigg on the ball.
Ooh. Damn, they're pissed. They're like, they
Well, it's
calling that
amazing
shit
how
foul
fans can be
too.
so blinkered with their views. They're going mad here.
Oh, hold on. Gotta pause this
He's
for a
given us
second.
away.
Give me a second. Alright, be right back, guys, okay? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. So we are back, and all right, so you can hear us. All right, so we're almost we're in the 82 minutes left in this game.
Bring on a sub for
Barrera. Yep. So
yeah, maybe Purpa.
Yeah, man, he's gonna take a massive fucking loss, but that's all right. Fuck it.
Unless you wanna.
Yeah, it would have to be someone a little bit more defensive. Let me see, 37-69. Apollon maybe. I'm not sure whether. Yeah, there we go. Apollon. Definitely everybody playing out of position. You know, we do have a lot of players hurt, so. But it is what it is. You know, like we're winning the game by a lot, and that's all right. You know.
Vassell. Nicely timed tackle.
So it's quite all right. You know, one thing I do notice about Hartford Athletics too, when they play, you know, a lot of the players, you know, they're just defenders or offensive players, and you know, a lot of players they're always playing out of position. So,
And it is substitution time at this juncture, not just from one side, but from both.
To be replaced by number 7, Tony Ositutu.
but that's what we can do, and hopefully, we don't get Daly injured. You know, like he's not injured for too long.
Trying to pick out a teammate.
Oh my God, the freak!
Still could be dangerous.
Jesus Christ!
Good pass. Well, 3 minutes of stoppage time added on here, and a chance for him on the flank. Promising move.
Oh man.
Just the clearance that was needed. Pressing high to win the ball. And so the final whistle.
There we go.
The visitors come out on top, Stuart.
Nice win.
Nice win. That's a great win.
Their movement, awareness of space, and speed of thought was just too much for their
Very
opponents.
nice.
They could have won this by a lot more.
He's saying he said that we could win this game by a lot more. So that was a good one.
We've got some questions for you.
All right, what changes will you make after the injury? Oh my God, I didn't see it. I skipped it too fast, but I'll see it on the injury list. It's a challenge for
we'll
us.
Get a notification. It'll tell us.
Yeah, the headlines after today's Herzog stunning performance. I couldn't ask for anything more for him today. Remarkable unbeaten run again. We've been unbeaten, but we've been tied, and we did lose to Everton, but that was a Carabao Cup game. We're not giving anything away.
Thanks, that's all.
Alright, so let's see right now real quick.
Let's see.
Lois said that he's grateful keeping I know what you can offer to the team.
Oh God. 2 weeks. Oh, thank God.
Up for 2 weeks. Thank
That's
goodness.
the best scenario we could have had.
All right, so that in that kind of situation, we can fix the problem ourselves, because we could just easily just take him out and just put Herzog and bring Curry, and that's an easy fix.
Yeah.
Okay, we got plenty of strikers in the team. Yeah, so I'm not really worried about that. Not concerned, but we do right now have 2 danger players. We got Daly and then Prince. So yeah, that's kind of a bit of a hindrance. We can't afford too many other players injured. All right. So now, let's see where we are on the table. We are still in 5th place, but we are actually not far behind, because if you look, we are at 18 points, and then you got Accrington's got 20, and then Wimbledon and Rotherham, the team that we just played with 19. So 20, 19, 19, and 18, and we're in 5th. That puts us in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah,
we're only
good.
2 points. Or what's the top person? What's the top
Accrington,
points?
20.
No, up one.
Oh no, actually they weren't. Ipswich
So-
21.
3 points away from top, which is not bad.
Yeah, it's
and
not bad.
same
Yep.
games.
Well, all right, guys, that's gonna end it for me here and for us. And so thank you guys for watching. And again, if you enjoyed the videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You know, there's over 97% of the people who watch the channel and that watch the videos in here are non-subscribers. So subscriptions to the channel, you know, it's absolutely free. And of course, you know, if you do, you'll get notifications. Malarsana. So yeah, you know, thank you guys. And if you know, we'll see you again. Thank you guys. Have a good one.